Today's regional live broadcast is about Busan. That's why it's a region I really love, Busan. It's a city that I truly love. There are so many great restaurants and it's just wonderful. Today I will talk a bit about Busan. First, let's go into the analysis of the city and take a look at Busan. Also, as I always say, I encourage my VIP members and those close to me to seize opportunities through auction. There is a tremendous opportunity in the auction right now. It's been a while since I conducted regular lectures, and I think it might be time to start them again soon. Although it's a bit of a stretch to say my disciple, I heard that someone successfully won an auction in Busan without spending hardly any money. So what I'm saying now is that it is okay to invest in areas that are likely to improve in the future by utilizing auction and big data technology with almost no money of my own involved. I'm talking about this because I am currently making purchases with very little investment. First, let me talk about the situation in Busan. Busan has an investment score of 58. This level is not very good. Therefore, since the investment score is 58, it is just slightly above average, so it cannot be considered very good. But since you can buy it at an auction, you can get it below the waist and knee, which is a good thing. Then, as you can see, the sale prices and John's prices hardly fluctuate. It's just crawling almost sideways. There's hardly any fluctuation. Then, when looking at the actual utility value compared to Johnse, it seems that since 2019, the sale prices are overvalued by about 20%. From this, it can be seen that Busan still has a significant bubble in sale prices compared to the actual utility value of Johnse. Next, looking at the housing purchase burden index in Busan, it has dropped to a level close to that of around 2018. So it has turned green, but it is still a bit more expensive than average. Therefore, looking at this, it could drop by about 5 to 25.7%. Of course, if we take into account people's incomes and interest rates, there is a high possibility that interest rates will drop in the future, which could lead to a decrease of around 2 to 3% to as much as nearly 20%. So you can think that there is an average on bubble of about 10 to 15%. As I always say, there is a high possibility that a significant shockwave will hit the real estate market in the second half of 2025. Therefore, I believe that now is not quite the right timing to purchase an apartment in Busan. On the other hand, Johnse prices in Busan have decreased quite a bit. They have come down significantly. It's 2013, and if I try to match the sale and Johnse like this, how does the average sale in Busan look over the past 2 years compared to Johnse? Johnse prices have dropped significantly. What does this mean? It means that Johnse prices in Busan are very cheap. There is no bubble in the Johnse prices in Busan. There is no bubble. At this level, it can be considered just a knee-jerk reaction. Therefore, John's prices can be seen as quite low. When looking at Busan's PIR, it is about 7.8 times. It is nearly 8 times in relation to income. The low point in 2019 was about 6.9 times, and then in 2015 it was just under 6 times. So for now it seems quite likely that it could drop to around 6 to 7 times. Therefore, even when looking at the prices of income representative apartments, it seems that there is still some room for them to drop a bit more. On the other hand, PR Johnse is currently very affordable. At this level, it's comparable to mid-2015. So, until around mid-2015, considering the current prices and people's incomes along with interest rates, the burden of John's prices was only at the level of around 2015 when viewed in terms of the price-to-income ratio, PIR. However, the problem now is that the world has changed. Currently, the interest rate is 3.4%, but the apartment yield in Busan compared to monthly rent is only 2.7%. This is a very low level. As you can see, in Seoul, Sejong, and Busan, the sale prices are high compared to the monthly rent across the country. What does that mean? It means that there is currently a significant bubble in sale prices. So if you look at this in terms of ROI, and also consider the price-to-rent ratio, PRR, you can see how many times the sale price is compared to the annual rent in Busan. This is now 3, which is 37 times. So, in terms of the stock market, the current PE ratio is 37. It is extremely expensive right now. It really needs some adjustment Even looking at bank interest rates, the current monthly rent is still lower than the bank's interest yield, which is absurd. Therefore, I believe that these aspects indicate that there is still a bubble in the real estate market. The jaunt situation is also very poor right now, at a significantly low level. This means that there is a bubble in the sale prices as well. This is the price to lending ratio, which is the sale price compared to the jaunt's price, the opposite of the jaunt's rate. Looking at this, when was it affordable? In March 2016, so when the green light comes on like this, it's a great time to buy. So this is a period where the sale price is undervalued compared to the actual value of jaunts. And how is it now? The peak during COVID was 174, but it is still at 168. That's too high. Therefore, there is an excessive bubble in the sale prices compared to the actual value of jaunts. You must be aware of this. Looking at the supply of new apartments in Busan, it seems that the supply has now come to an end. It is almost finished. And if you look at Busan in 2009, 2010, and 2011, there was really no supply of new apartments during that time. So Busan has really increased a lot. But the investment score in 2009 is MBC.